Watch until the end for a free workout plan. You probably wanted to get into shape for a while now, or maybe this is even your first video pushing you in that direction. But there's a story that almost everyone goes through. They show up to the gym for a week, feel super motivated and feel eager to get in there every day. They watch YouTube videos, motivational videos, just anything to get them in. And they finally imagine that this is the first time they're going to get into shape. Finally, they can feel it. They're going to be just like the influencers they see on social media. But then they have to take the rest day. And this completely destroys the rhythm and the momentum that they built up. And suddenly they stop going. And maybe it isn't after the first rest day, but rather the second or the third. But this is what always throws people off. They take a rest day and they almost seem to forget about going back to the gym. The comfort of the rest day is too appealing, and that little voice chirps and, "Hey, we should take another rest day because you've been working so hard." Fuck that voice. Just keep going. In order for you to have a good physique, training needs to become a habit. It isn't a fad or something that you can do in just 6 weeks. It's something that you have to do every day. Now don't get me wrong, you can build a great physique very quickly, but it won't stick around if you don't keep trying. If you're building a habit, you can't take breaks. You can't pick and choose which days you want to do it. It just has to be done every single day, especially on the days when it feels the most uncomfortable. A rocket flying into space doesn't stop and take a break on the journey into the heavens. No, it only slows down once it's broken out of the atmosphere, when the gravity of Earth is no longer pulling it back. Space in this analogy is when the habit is finally truly kicked in, and you can't take a break until you've broken through the gravitational pull, which is your laziness. If a rocket took a break while it was flying up to space, it would simply just fall back to the ground. I first started going to the gym at 16. My cousin took me and I really enjoyed it. But inevitably I would go for a few days, then take a break over the weekend and just not go back for a few months. I made no consistent gains and I was convinced I had bad genetics. This was absolute nonsense. Eventually, when I just turned 18, I decided I would fix this. I was sick of being skinny. I made a promise to myself to keep going to the gym every single day, no matter what, until I was in good shape. I created a story in my mind, which was ultimately completely true, that if I ever stopped going to the gym, I would become my skinny self again. It became a legitimate phobia in me, a fear. I just couldn't go back to what I was. And so every single day, no matter how I felt, even if I was sick, tired, sore, hungry, whatever, I showed up. I went to the gym and I stayed consistent. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I did my best and very quickly I got results, much quicker than any time before. People began to notice and my confidence shot up. Literally everything in my life improved. For 4 months, I went to the gym every single day. This included Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. After spending my entire day at varsity, after exams, before nights out, I just made sure I went, even if it was at 10 p.m. at night. Because I was so afraid that if I stopped, I would lose everything. And I probably would have. But what this did is it built the habit. And now it's no longer even a consideration for me to have to go to the gym. I don't have to put it into my to-do list. I don't include it in my New Year's resolution. It's just a part of me. And while many of the people I started training with have fallen off, I've stayed consistent and my results have been far better than them. You don't have to be great, you just have to be consistent. So if you want to see incredible gains, to become the absolute best version of yourself physically, make a promise today that for at least 3 months you will go to the gym every single day until you no longer have to think about it, until it no longer takes any effort to get there. Mark a date in your calendar 3 months from now when you can stop, and I promise you, you will eventually ignore it, and the foundation for the beautiful new you will be there. Because I know it can be so confusing to find the right information out there and to know what to do in the gym, I've included a workout plan in the description below that you can use to just get you started with the basics. It's a 4-day split, which can get you through each of the different body parts in your body, and you can just cycle through that repetitively throughout the process. You will get adequate rest for each of the body parts, and you should be able to recover.